Beautiful smile.
Hi, and welcome to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel. We're here at MetroEast Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. Glad you're with us tonight. It's about 90 degrees outside right now. I know my friend Julie says she's out there having a margarita. But we are in here in the studio, and we have some great people to talk with tonight. First, we're going to start out with Family Life Skills of Oregon, and with us are Pam and Mike Hughes. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having us.
We're delighted to have you here. Pam, you are the administrative director. And Mike, you're the assistant administrative director.
That's correct.
So she's your boss.
And
Yes.
I'm the gopher.
Okay, well, you know, somebody's got to do it, right?
That's right. That's right.
So Family Life Skills of Oregon, how long has that been in existence? How long has the organization been in Oregon?
Well, ours in Oregon has been in existence for about 5 years.
But originated in Denver, is that correct?
Yes, we're an affiliate of an international organization, nonprofit. It's called Life Skills International, and they've been going for 30 plus years.
Oh, wow, that's a long time. That's
Yep.
a good history. Now, if I remember correctly from a little bit of research I did, it started out more as a domestic violence kind of prevention program. Is that or not so much prevention as to deal with people who are victims of domestic violence? Is that correct? Is that sort of how it started? Give me a little of the history, if you would.
Yep. You want to do that?
It actually started out to deal with the perpetrators of domestic violence, because that's what Dr. Paul Hagstrom was.
Okay.
He was
the
very
founder.
violent. He was all the things that they write books about that are not good. And so he, through his efforts to be healed and not being able to find anything that would really go to the core issues that just dealt with the service issues, he started his own research program, and he developed this curriculum out of that research, out of his own life.
Wow. That's a rather profound way to deal with a problem. I mean, take your own problem and turn it into a life-changing experience and a career.
Right.
So, and I imagine that did change his life.
It did.
Yeah.
Absolutely turned it around.
Wow.
He went from what he was. If you've ever seen the TV movie Unforgivable, starring John Ritter, that's a story of Dr. Paul's life.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
I've heard. I don't think I've seen it, but I have heard of it. Oh, now I have to watch it.
Yeah.
I'll be darned. So, how did you two become involved with this? Did you have a background in working in this field?
We were at a convention, and Dr. Paul spoke.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually a convention of the church that we attend. And we sat there and we thought, this is really interesting. And our pastor looked at me and said, we're going to do this.
Really?
And I went, cool. That's great. I'm thinking to myself,
Who are you gonna get to
somebody's
do
going to
this?
really have their hands full with this. And he kind of sat up and he looked at me right now and he goes, no, Mike, we are going to do this. And that's how we,
you two.
we meaning us.
Wow.
And that's how we got started. And
You took the challenge and you went for it, huh?
that's right.
So what does that mean? What exactly does Family Life Skills do? I mean, it's classes, it's a program. Give me a little bit of rundown, Pam. Maybe you can tell me how the program works.
Okay, it's a 30-week program, which people gasp and go, it's like, I can't give 30 weeks out of my life. But it goes so fast. It's once a week we meet. Sometimes some of the programs can go twice a week, but it's 3 hours once a week, and it goes for 30 weeks, so it's 6 months commitment. And it is video driven, so we have like professionals come in and talk via the DVDs.
Okay.
And we have a workbook and then discussion. So the 3 hours goes really fast.
So the discussion among the people that are in the group. About how many do you usually have in a group?
Typical is anywhere, we can go up to 15, but a nice number is about 12.
That way
10 to
people
12.
have enough one-on-one and being able to actually exchange ideas and support and that kind of thing. Now, you said originally, Mike, you mentioned that it was originally for the perpetrators. Is that not the case now? Has it expanded past that?
It has expanded to where we basically teach life skills to anybody and everybody.
Okay. So you don't necessarily have to be in a situation where you've been a victim of domestic violence or a perpetrator of domestic violence. It goes way beyond that now.
That's correct. Yeah.
It originally started, as Mike said, as the DV project, Domestic Violence Project. And then from there, it morphed into a whole life. So we teach people how to manage their emotions and anger and understand how to communicate better, how to build intimacy and to manage anger and
what a proper relationship looks like, communication skills. We go into reactive lifestyles, what they are, how to defeat.
What do you mean by a reactive lifestyle?
Reacting in a tense situation with anger or rage as opposed to responding properly in a way that would constructively take care of the situation.
Okay.
But basically what it does is that we deal with the core issues of a person. So most therapies will deal with the symptom, the surface. Okay, so they're angry and they'll give you coping skills to do with the anger. We go to the core. And we were just talking with someone in the Department of Correction and they said, you know, we have a lot of programs to teach them how to do a checkbook or teach them how to do a job interview or dress or whatever.
Sure.
But she says, we don't go to the core. So we deal with the core issues. And typically, there's 5 main traumas or things that happen in our childhood that can cause arrested development. And that is where emotionally you quit growing. So have you ever, I've been hopping mad. Have you ever had someone and come up against something and they act like a child?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay, well,
I may have done that myself on occasion.
So what it is that, so the 5 main traumas are rejection, which is the same as abandonment,
Okay.
molestation.
A parent leaving maybe the family, that kind of thing?
Or it can even be something like a divorce,
Right.
or a death,
Right, okay.
or
Usually something you have no control over, I
right.
would imagine.
I had a school teacher in 4th grade who ridiculed me in front of the class.
Oh, wow.
And I remember that to the day.
And you don't let those things go either.
No.
You
and
hold
when
on
you're
to
a
them, sure.
child, see, you do not have the chemicals in your brain to process that and know that, well, this hasn't anything to do with me.
It's their problem, not yours, yes.
So rejection, molestation, incest, emotional and physical abuse are the ones that cause where you'll actually arrest in your emotional development.
Wow.
So we will help them identify where that happened. We don't go back and do psychology stuff, but we're a psychoeducational program where we teach.
Okay.
We are facilitators, we are not counselors. And so we teach and give them the information and they find out, understand where the wound came from, why they're reacting, the behaviors in a way that is inappropriate, that they don't want to do.
Right.
You know, why do I do what I don't want to do? So once you understand that, the brain can take it and process it and then make sense out of the craziness of our life. And then you can actually, and they've done studies on it too, where the brain rewires around that trauma and will continue the maturing then. So by the end of phase 1, you could actually be emotionally at 18 years old.
So there's hope. There's hope.
There is hope.
There's hope.
Yes.
How do most people come to you? How do they find out about you? Is it a referral basis? Are people just, is it word of mouth?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
We
All of the above.
do a lot of referrals from our students. We do a lot of things like this, as many as we can. We're very active in the community. We do a lot of word of mouth. We advertise in the paper. anything, a website. We have an
However you can
incredible
get the word out.
website,
Yeah.
and just any way that we can get the word out on the street.
And do you feel like you've made a difference in people's lives?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I've got gals that have gone to counseling for years.
And you work with both men and women, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes, but we have the women facilitators just do women,
Okay.
and the guys
then
do the
work with
guys.
men. Okay.
Because especially where there's been trauma or there's been abuse, we do power and control well. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I never heard of it before this. But there's many different forms of abuse, and we think that maybe abuse is where, well, I had one gal, in fact, she says, I didn't think that I was in an abusive relationship until he hit me. But as she learned, she said he was controlling me verbally.
Yeah.
And humiliation and some other things too. And so anyway, through that, we have, I can't remember what I was saying now. but
the women,
yeah.
the women work with the women, the men work with the, because
That's
a lot of
correct.
times the issues are gender.
yes.
specific.
And then they don't feel like they have to be careful what they're saying.
Right, that makes sense. Now, you provided me a video of a young woman who was talking about her experiences in this program. I thought it was a very powerful video, so I was thinking we should maybe take a look at that now and show our viewers kind of some of what somebody else got out of this program.
Okay.
So let's take a look at that.
Great.
All right, thanks.
My name's Misty Rush, and I got pushed into this class actually by my mom. She had already taken it, and so had my brother. And I saw the changes in my brother, which were huge, and that pushed me to want to make it to come. At the time when we first started, me and my husband, we lived all the way down in Seaside, and so we traveled up here every single week just to be able to come to this. And it wasn't until like the last week or two of class, my husband reminded me, because it's the first time we've ever gotten along, that we had agreed that this class was going to make or break our marriage. We struggled from the get-go. Everything pretty much started off bad, and it only got worse. And after having to endure an affair, I pretty much thought it was never going to work. But I had such a strong faith in marriage and the vows that I made that I decided to keep with it. And that's when we found the class. And it actually wasn't until like 4 weeks until we were done. We were both still ready to call it done. And then we went through one of the classes that was about neurolinguistics programming. It's about communication. And that was the one thing we obviously really lacked in. Communication with us was either silent treatment or screaming and yelling. And I remember the night I went through the class, we were a week ahead, and I called my husband, and before that we hadn't been living together, we weren't even talking. And I remember talking with him for like 3 hours, and pretty much ever since then, we have been able to overcome every single argument we've gotten into. And I can't even explain how great that feels. Also, when I first came into the class, I was on a lot of different medications. I was a little bit of a hypochondriac, but throughout the program, I actually weaned myself off of all my antidepressants and anxiety medication, and I have never felt better. I can't thank everybody in this class and Shannon enough for pushing for me to really focus on myself. I hated hearing her say that every single time, because I would always try to argue it. But no, it's you. You know, look at yourself, and that's really been huge. And so, what I got from it was, you know, life changing and marriage changing, and I can't thank you guys enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is very powerful. One first-person testimonial like that of somebody that's really, obviously that saved her marriage, maybe saved her life. You know, it really that's pretty important stuff. It's got to make you feel pretty good to be able to be involved in something like that.
It's very humbling.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Because we stand in front of the class and we read, we show videos, and we encourage them to interact. And the curriculum and just the power of the course, there's miraculous things that happen. And that's not a buzzword, that's a true statement.
Wow.
She's just one.
She seemed, she was very sincere. It was very moving. So you get a lot of that, I bet. I bet there's, I would think I just think it would be very fulfilling to see the changes that happen in people and lives that are back on track. What have you got coming up at Family Life Skills? You have classes that go on all the time. It's not, 30 weeks is a long time. So you have 30 weeks and then you have a graduation and then you take a break while you get ready for the next session. Is that kind of how it works?
We have 13 facilitators, so it's not just us.
Okay.
And
thank goodness.
Yes. So whenever we try to about 8 people at least that are pretty committed to a class, then we'll start another class up.
Okay, so it's not always at the same, it's not always like January through September or something like that. Okay.
So we have, after the second class, we close the class down because we don't allow new people to come in because the group needs to bond and feel safe that they can share. Because some of the things that are shared have never ever been shared with anybody ever.
Yeah.
They've just never felt safe. And so after the second, third week, then we'll close it. And then we'll just take names until we get enough people for the next class. But we'll start another one in the Hood River area in September, men's and women's. And we also do teens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, and the teens are wonderful because they haven't gone 30, 40 years
burying
of
all
having
this
it
stuff.
set.
That's a good point.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they're so open, and we can do the teens together, the
boys and the girls together.
until we get to points on sexuality and stuff, and then we split them out.
Right.
We go through a lot of the same material.
Huh.
Loneliness, parents, anger, emotions, communication,
Sure.
everything.
So you have the location in Hood River, but you also have one in Clackamas now. Is that correct? So is it the same setup, same program? People, if Clackamas is more convenient for them, they could go there or Hood River. Those are the 2 locations in Oregon. As Misty said that she came all the way from Seaside. That's a pretty big commitment to come all the way from Seaside to Hood River every week.
In the winter.
In the winter, no less. Yeah. That's
At that time, we didn't have one in Portland, but now there is a center over in Clackamas by Bob's Red Mill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know Bob actually.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do. He's a good man. Good man. Yeah.
So
that's
they'll be
great.
starting up again in September also.
Great. So now you have a graduation also coming up. Is that correct? Now, but the graduation is open. Is that correct, or is it's open to other people to come to, or the graduation's closed?
It's open to the public.
It's open to the public.
Yes, because people ask us all the time, well, what is this life skills thing all about? There's no better way to learn what life skills is about than to listen to the students.
So at the graduation, would you hear people like Misty come stand up and
Yes.
talking about what happened? Okay.
That
Was
was
that
a
at a
graduation.
graduation?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Oh, that would be a great way for people to find out. So it could almost be like an open house for you too, as well as a graduation. People can come and find out what to expect. So when is that taking place? That's in
That would be August 20th
okay,
at 6 o'clock
and that's in Is that the Clackamas location?
in the Clackamas
Yes.
location.
By
Correct.
Bob's Red Mill.
Yes.
Okay, and we have your website information on the screen. We'll put it up there so people can probably find all that on your website.
That's correct.
What do you get most out of it, Pam, going through this, helping to teach these life skills to people? What's the best thing you've gotten out of doing this work?
Well, for me, it's really been kind of selfish because I have grown immensely in myself. And every time I take the class where I teach it, actually, I learn something new. And I've done 8 classes from the time that we've started, besides the teens. And I learn something new every time because you're at a different process, you're growing all the time. And we live in denial in some areas because that is a gift that God gave us until we have the tools to process things, because we can't handle them sometimes. And it depends, on the trauma. But we'll push it away, we'll deny it, we'll blame, we'll have reactive behavior.
Some of us are very good at that.
Very good. Not making decisions or unable to make decisions is a real key of arrested development. Blaming other people all the time instead of being responsible. Trying to look good, not being able to let someone else have praise without you feeling bad. Yes, I've done all those. But so that I have grown in myself, and hopefully Mike can attest to that. But I think that, and then just the rewards of the relationships that I develop with the women, and also with the teens is, we've been called their mom and dads, because we've had one teen boy who, he wasn't even a teen, we were begged to take him by his aunt. He was starting to hang out with gangs in the high school and be influenced by them. And he totally turned around.
Wow.
We went ahead. He was 12.
Wow. And kids like that, a lot of times, it doesn't, if you get to them too late, it's too late, know, because gangs fill that family need.
It's the family need.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got to them in time. What about you, Mike? Obviously you see as your wife has grown, you feel like you've grown too.
I am not the same person I was 5
Is that
years
right?
ago.
And I'm assuming
And
that's
that's
a good
better.
thing.
I'm a better person.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a very good thing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I get a lot of satisfaction out of watching the men heal.
I bet.
And I said before, it's very humbling to watch their lives change, to watch them work through the things and the lights come on and the realization that I don't have to be this way anymore. I can be what I want to be. It's very fulfilling. But more importantly than that is Pam's and my relationship is a lot better.
I don't know now how it couldn't be. You have to absorb this information, learn from this.
So I have a better relationship with my wife and my children because
wonderful.
of this class.
That's wonderful. What about the relationships between the people in the class themselves? You said that they bond. Do you think they keep those friendships after they leave the classes?
Absolutely.
Sure. Yes.
We have a phase 2 also of the program. So the phase 2 is taught in modules, and it can go for 18 months. So what it does is it takes the topics, like one of the ones that we start into is your roles in the family of origin, and how we will continue to be those roles, like a lost child or the clown mascot, because that's how we kept a balance or peace in the family. But anyway, we've I took a break for the summer, and the girls go, no. I said, yes.
Sometimes you need a break.
So they insisted we meet once a month. But the bonds are there, and because you're healing and you're growing together.
That's great. Yeah, I would think that there would be people who want to keep in touch. And after you've learned the most intimate details about other people's lives, it's got to create a bond that you'd maybe want to keep in touch with them. Before we run out of time here, are there any last things you want people to know about this organization? It's a nonprofit. Are you in need of any kind of volunteers if people are interested in teaching and being part of this? Are you accepting, like, I don't know if it'd be resumes, are you accepting applications for people to do that, or just accepting people into your groups? What's going on? far as that goes?
We're accepting students. We're looking for students. We want to touch more people.
Okay.
Our facilitator core is developed out of the graduates of the class.
Oh, really?
They actually cannot,
Oh.
you cannot teach a life skills class until you've taken the class twice.
Wow, that-
So our facilitators have 180 hours of class time in before they're allowed to even put in their application on their own dime.
Wow, okay.
So
So they
we're
have to
looking
be committed and actually
Yeah.
buy
Yes.
into the program
That's correct.
personally
Yeah.
before they ever.
So we're looking for students.
Start
We're
there.
looking for people who want to buy into the vision of life skills, who would maybe scholarship somebody.
Oh, okay.
That's very, very helpful, because a lot of people who this class really benefits just do not have the money.
Sure, that makes
And
sense.
so if we could come up, every time people give a scholarship, there's been some organizations like Seroptimus and Clackamas who have just immensely
stepped up.
supported the program.
That's wonderful.
And,
So if there's an
those kinds of
organization
things.
out there that's watching this, maybe looking for a new
Absolutely.
project,
Absolutely.
this would be a nice one to look
Yeah.
into. Okay.
So those are the two things we're looking for. In the near future, we'll be looking for another facility in the Portland metro area to expand into.
Great. Well, we are out of time. Thank you, Pam and Mike, so much. It's really fascinating. It sounds like you're doing a super job at Family Life Skills. So I hope some people show up for your graduation and check it out. I hope you get a lot of new students, and I hope that there's some organizations watching that might want to check into it and maybe take this under their wing as their project for the year and give some scholarships, because it sounds like a really important program. So thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for
watching this segment of Community Hotline. We'll be right back with more from Crowder Entertainment, and you'll love to hear about what they've got going on. So I'm Monica Weitzel. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Community media is priceless.
Valuable.
Community media lets you tell your story to fit your needs.
My favorite thing about community media is it's got to be the people's shows.
I think my favorite one is Karaoke Oli.
Oh, Karaoke Oli's
Yes.
a good one.
We sing live karaoke on TV for an hour.
Hamster versus Monster.
Nap time with kittens.
Community media brings programming like Chambers of Commerce, the Faith Community.
Psycho Chicken?
Do you have any UFO shows?
No, I wish we did.
I would like one of those too.
Yeah.
Children's programs, high school sporting events, and of course, the ubiquitous city council meetings.
Only when we hear from folks in their own voices with their own stories can we truly connect.
KZME Radio is a new station that is committed to entertain, inspire, and connect our community through programming that celebrates local music, arts, and culture. It was created to put local music and local arts on local radio, and it is a vehicle for our creative community to gain exposure while also celebrating what the Portland metro area has to offer.
Hello, my name is Bombshell Bailey, and I am the host for The Spunderground. It's 2 hours of EDM, electronic dance music, every Friday night from 8 to 10 o'clock on 107.1 KZME. I love this radio station because it gives me the opportunity to play electronic dance music, which you don't hear anywhere in town, at least not on corporate radio. There's a huge EDM scene here in Portland, and The Spunderground on KZME gives me the opportunity to highlight all the phenomenal artists that are here in Portland. We ask you to support KZME because KZME is supporting you. We are playing local artists, local musicians, and we need to be supported by the local community. KZME is community, It's not corporate.
For more information on how to support and get involved with 1071 FM KZME Radio, see our website, www.1071fm.org. KZME Radio, music where you live.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Hi, we're back at Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel, and we're here in Gresham at MetroEast Community Media. And now with me tonight, I'm happy to introduce you to Jeff Crowder, who's the president of Crowdertainment. Thanks for being here, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
And Candace Monahan, the executive marketing director for Crowdertainment.
Hello.
Thanks for being here, Candace.
Thank you.
Jeff is not only president of Crowdertainment, but he is also a volunteer here at MetroEast and gotten to know you pretty well over the last year and your wonderful family. So it's really nice to have you in a different position here.
Yeah, I love it. And thank you for the opportunity. I feel blessed. This is great. And I think that MetroEast Community Media is a wonderful family, you know, a great community and a good place to start. You know, it never hurts to just pick up the phone and call MetroEast.
Nice plug. Nice plug.
Monica's always right there answering, and she's so cheerful. She really is. And she's been very helpful over the past year. It's been a tough year, but it's been a great year.
Yeah, you've had a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on in your family this year. A lot of challenges and
personal challenges that we just learned to overcome. And I feel grateful.
Good.
I really do.
We like to hear it at MetroEast.
With me is Candace Monahan. She is my executive marketing director. Yes.
I like that name.
Yeah, it sounds good. I know. I don't think I've ever been executive anything. I think that sounds pretty good.
This is my first. I'm enjoying it.
Well, good. You just lap it up here. Yeah. So Jeff, tell me a little bit first, if you can, and then I'll let Candace talk too. But tell me, what is Crowdertainment?
Okay, Crowdertainment Incorporated is a nonprofit on-stage and film production company. It's a nonprofit on-stage and film production company that is dedicated to inspiring kids of all backgrounds. And what we want to do is we have with us in our possession, Crowdertainment Incorporated has a mobile, a studio, portable studio, where we take our studio to different places and we set it up and inspire kids, and we try to educate kids who can't normally make it down to other places.
To the studio. So are you looking, you're working with kids in acting, in actually using video equipment? What kinds of things are you doing with the kids when you say you're inspiring them? What is it you're doing?
Okay, we have the equipment and we want to come to you.
And so you're teaching them how to use the equipment? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yeah, well, we're gonna probably start with, acting and dancing and singing. And our first production, which will be entitled "I Know the DJ." Yeah, Candace. Yeah, it's her idea.
Is that your idea? Oh, okay, I want to hear more about that in a minute. Then.
Okay, but
this is going to be your first big project.
This is the first Crowdertainment Incorporated sponsored film.
So this is going to be, is it a full-length film?
It's going to be about an hour and a half. We're working with the writer as we speak. He's creating a script, and we're going to shoot for filming the opening production day. It was going to be August 24th, but I had to.
Everything gets moved.
Yeah, it's going to be a week. It's going to be a week later. Yeah, so it's going to be it's going to be the last.
Doing great.
It's going to be the last Saturday in August, unless something else. But
but that's
that
is the way things happen. That's the way it happens in this industry. Well, before we go talk about your talent search and all that I know is important to talk about today. If this is your baby, tell me about it, Candace.
Well, not really my baby. I don't know. I'd have to say, when we met Jeff, I'm dating someone who's actually a dancer himself. Okay. He'd been dancing for a long time. I've been actually filming from home or we go to the park or wherever we went. He would dance. I filmed. We'd edit it.
Fun.
And it became something fun that I like to do. And I mean, I've opened a lot of clubs in downtown Portland, you know, Venue 126. I've worked at Couture and a few other places. Wow. And I worked the front door. And 90% of the time, I always got a dozen people who would be like, oh, I want to get in because I know the DJ. I know the DJ. I'm like, oh, really? That's why I'm here. I know who he is, too. That's crazy. You're not getting it free.
Nice try, though.
You know, but I get it all the time. And so, I don't know, it's something about people always saying, I know the DJ. I always want to do like a documentary or something on a DJ. And we were talking about it, went back and forth a few times. And then all of a sudden we had this movie idea and we wanted to put dance in it. And so then he was like, what about that name you said? I know the DJ. I was like, oh, that would be perfect.
Yeah, that's
That's
how
we're
I know. The
basing
first
it
time I
from
heard that, I thought, oh, I like that. I know.
Well, because Portland, what is it? Nightlife, clubs.
Yeah.
You know, it's always about, you know, most of the people are downtown.
Yeah.
And they're always in those places. Anyone's from Portland started somewhere down there.
And,
you know.
And Portland is fun. It is fun to be here, and there's a lot of talented people.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Portland is just full of artistic people, and I want to show the world. Or, I'm sorry, we, as a corporation, we want to show the world what Portland has to offer, the very best of what Portland has to offer.
Right.
You know.
But you're also inviting kids to be part of this as well.
Yes, we're still all about kids.
Oh, there's a lot of kid dancers out
You
there.
got a show called All About Kids, too.
Yes,
Isn't it?
yes, MetroEast, and she's, and then, you know, all
there's
your
a
dancers
lot of,
and
I know, I got the underground on the dancers, you know, I got, because my boyfriend dances, so I know a lot of dancers of every kind, you know.
Yeah.
So, and no one else knows who they are. And they're really talented, and they got some kids that can dance and spit on their head and do all kinds of great stuff. And there's these battles, and you come watch, and it's just, you're there, and it just feels so alive. And imagine if you watched a movie and it was just like that, you know, and it's in Portland, and everyone that goes to these are going to be like, oh, I was there, you know.
Yeah, we're going to mix, like, I want it to be like a Romeo and Juliet kind of story, you know, kind of broken up.
I'll put some love in it. All right, put some love in it.
Yeah, well, we got to have a serious story, you know, storyline, you know. But I would like it to be broken up by, you know, just segments of like some really cool dancing, you know, like kids groups, you know, like at Pioneer Square, dancing and stuff, you know, just random shots of Portland doing what Portland does best, you know, just. And then we're looking for that, you know. That's
so
what
you are actually going to have a citywide talent search to find kids and to find adults too, kids and adults.
Oh yeah.
To come in and be part of this production.
I guess the way to define it would be like, have you seen Step Up before?
I have.
Okay, and you've watched them on a lot of the Grease movies, right? You know, the dancing, when they battle and they're singing, they're dancing it out. They're not really hitting anybody, but they're like, oh, look at my dance move.
It's a West Side Story from those who are much older.
So basically, it's that movie plus that movie mixed Portland-based.
Yeah.
Like it.
So it's going to be, they're not going to fight it, but the drama scenes are going to be like them in the streets battling, or it's going to be at the club and they're there, or the big dance battle and the DJ. It's just going to be intense. It's going to have a love story in it with the girl.
It sounds like great fun. It sounds like great fun. So tell me about the talent search. What exactly are you looking for, and where is this going to be, and when? Okay,
we're looking for dancers, rappers, singers, specifically, and anybody with a unique talent.
Oh, okay.
You know, something really unique. You know, we're not Hollywood, all right? We're Portland, and we got something to say.
And we'd like to pull all talent of Portland in the movie. If we can throw a scene where they're singing in the movie, that'd be amazing. Someone doesn't know who that singer is, let's give her a spot in the movie to show who she is.
So this isn't really an opportunity for some unknowns to maybe really shine.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because I see so many of them.
Oh, that's one of the objectives of our TV show, All About Kids, is I wanted to encourage shy children to, you know, overcome their fears. Because when I was in grade school, I was always very, very shy.
Yeah. I was too. I was extremely shy. I could never imagine that I'd be on a television set, you know, at one time, because I was terrified to even look somebody in the eye.
You know, even nowadays, you know, I do stand-up bits, and I get scared every time.
That's very difficult.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know how he does it. I can't even go in front of a crowd.
Especially when, you know, everybody's hard of hearing and you have to yell. It's like, I have no idea why I'm yelling or who am I yelling it to. But it's funny.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, it's funny, right?
Wow. Well, this will be fun. So when is the talent search?
It's this Saturday.
So Saturday the 27th?
27th.
And where is that going to be held?
It's going to be held at 4812 Northeast 102nd Avenue.
Okay.
in Portland, Oregon.
And what is
it's
that?
102nd and Sandy.
Oh, okay.
Right off the number 21 bus line, Sandy bus line.
Oh, yeah.
It's about a block away from the bus line.
What is that building? Is that?
It's a Masonic.
It's
I'm
a big
sorry, go ahead.
brown building
It's
there
a
on the
lodge.
corner there.
Actually, I
Yes.
think it's white, isn't it?
Is it
Yes,
white
it's
building?
white.
I know exactly where that is.
Yeah,
It's
Masonic.
kind of like a
Bill's
Masonic
Steakhouse
lodge.
or something there.
Yeah, it's on 102nd and
I know exactly
right
where that
next
is,
door
yeah.
to the power substation. You can't miss
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
We'll be
I
the
know where that
ones
is.
glowing.
I go down there on the way home a lot of the time.
But yeah, we've got a friend of mine let me use his DJ equipment, so we're going to have a thumping good time. It's going to be
Thumping good time.
We're going to start at 10 o'clock in the morning with a pancake breakfast.
Oh, wow.
10 to 1. 10 to 1, $6 gets you in. You know, a pancake
cater.
breakfast. Yep.
Nice.
Trying to eat good.
Oh,
Nice.
well, my buddy from Memphis came up here, and he's got a food handler's card, Mike Billingsley. He's a very good friend of mine, and
And he knows
you know,
how to make a mean pancake, huh?
yeah, he can do pancakes, and he's doing the ribs at 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're having a
Wait,
barbecue.
Have breakfast, stick around
It's
for
a
lunch.
lodge. Grown men.
And we're having a
They gotta
special deal. You know, all day, $25 for a family. We'll get you breakfast and dinner. You can hang out and check out the video and everything. $25 for a family, and you get ribs, a plate, plated ribs, Memphis style. Because we're
Nice.
from Memphis and we know how to do it right.
Yeah.
You get to watch
nice.
the dancers. You get to watch
be
the
fun.
auditions.
Yeah.
and
If
people are gonna be
somebody can only
communicating
come
about
by for a little
film.
while, they can come and get a breakfast in the morning
know,
or
We're gonna have all the film equipment out for everyone to be able to see and look and ask questions and stuff like that.
And we're also going to have a sweet booth. It's sweet tooth. Now we just, if you don't mind, we just got a generous donation from Vistar Incorporated.
Oh, nice.
It's a vending machine company, a vending supplier company, and they serve movie theaters in our area and elsewhere. But they just donated a very generous offer. We got chips and candy bars and
hey, you have to thank your
so-
sponsors and your donors.
yeah,
you know?
so
Please and thank you.
we absolutely do. You know, and we couldn't if it weren't for gracious people like that, Jim Dow, Patty Patterson.
We wouldn't be having any of those things.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jeff. Think. Yeah. You know, it's really so helpful when people recognize that you're trying to do something good and positive in the community. Then
There's just
then
so
they'll
much
be able to
not
help.
going on right now. You know, we have a lot of like the bike things and stuff like that, but a lot of the kids and younger crowds can't seem to be involved a lot in all those with the talents that are out there.
Yeah.
Because there's so much. I mean, there's battles that nobody knows about them.
Right.
Like there's a thing called Deep. I'm sure you've never heard of it.
No.
See, it happens every few weeks, and there's hundreds of people that go there, and there's.
They're probably much younger than I am.
No, actually, there's grown men there. They're
Really?
still dancing,
And it's
like break dancing. You watch
Oh,
them
yeah?
spinning on their head. I'm like, oh, how does he do that?
Wow. Wow.
And they've been doing it for years, and no one's ever known who they are.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. So, people can go to this event on Saturday, which sounds like fun. I mean, it sounds like fun just for the food, if nothing else. But then they can watch the auditions. You know, the auditions are
absolutely.
open. So
yeah,
people,
we're going to have dancers and singers and rappers.
have you had much of a response yet? Have you been able to get the word out very much about it?
Yeah, every word helps. We're trying, one avenue at a time.
Yeah, I know some people that do some rap and some singing and dancing,
Yeah,
and so
send them our way.
Put it on my Facebook page, and
There it is. That's what we
everybody
use,
that has a Facebook page out there, put it out there. It's Crowdertainment.
Crowdertainment Incorporated.
And you have a web or a Facebook page as well, correct?
Yes.
Yes, he does. And I also.
Filmed in Portland. Is that the one? Yes, filmed in Portland.
Filmed in Portland.
Filmed in Portland Facebook page.
Yeah, it's a like page. Oh, I'd love it if you liked it.
I already did. I already did.
Nice.
So
I
yes,
appreciate that, yeah.
Yes.
That's going to be a lot of we're going to probably put a lot of stuff up there when we do the film. We put a lot of
So you can kind of follow
pictures
along what's
and
going
short
on.
clips to show everyone what's happening, what we're doing.
Yeah, and it's going to be a nice scene. And, we're going to have the sweet booth set up, and I would like to give a special thanks to Tracy Baldwin, who helped set up or gave me the donation. She's the one who out there and wasted and spent her time getting the things together.
Nice.
And it's nice.
So is your whole family going to be out there on Saturday?
Yeah, we need all the help we can get.
Yeah. Get the wife and kids and the whole bunch because
everybody.
Great family.
Yeah,
great
I got to grab
family.
the sisters and the brothers. And
You gonna get your dancing boyfriend out there?
oh, well, yeah, he's got to go dance.
Well,
He's gonna do a little show, hopefully.
A little show, yeah. But we need volunteers.
Yeah, he'll be volunteers.
Someone's got to serve
you can look.
pancakes.
If people want to come out and just help.
Anyone that wants to be a volunteer, definitely hit or come up to us on our Facebook page. Let us know, message if you're interested in coming just to volunteer.
So go to Filmed in Portland Facebook page. Is that the best one to go to?
Or you can just go to mine alone, just my name, or even do his name.
Okay.
Jeff Crowder alone has his own Facebook
Jeff Crowder or
page.
Candace Monahan?
I got so many things that I can't keep track of them all.
I have no doubt.
You can message either one of those, or you can message Crowdertainment Incorporated. That's also another page, but I think you can message on the like pages also.
Okay.
And we're both on that. We'll both get the message.
Good. So anybody wants to come volunteer to either serve pancake breakfast or keep a little crowd control or help pass out sweets or whatever.
And if they can't get a hold of us on there, once they come, we'll throw them in there. They come in the middle of it. You want to help out? Yeah, get an apron.
Hey, well, we're also going to be doing a whole lot of shaved ice.
It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot this weekend too. I think.
There's nothing wrong with snow cones. Come out for like $1 snow cone.
I'm all about that. That sounds good to me.
And you can come for free. Just to show up. Yeah, it didn't cost anything to watch.
Okay, that's nice.
They can just come there and hang out.
I know. I'm thinking in my mind, what have I got going on Saturday? I think I might be able to swing by there.
But don't be there too long without eating, because you're going to smell it and get
hungry. If I smell it, if I see it,
but it is a Mason lodge. So in honor of masonry, we're going to have mason jars filled with a mysterious giveaway.
Really?
We're not sure what we're going to put in it yet, but
I'm afraid.
we were just donated like a case of empty mason jars.
Really?
And we're going to fill them up with something.
Lodge? How perfect! Yeah.
I know. We got to use them. And I'm not sure what we're going to do with it yet.
I have some ideas.
Okay, we got 2 days. We got 2 days.
Hold on.
Well,
I got Pinterest.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We'll get on Pinterest and we'll find some things to put in those
And keep in mind, we just got a large donation.
Ooh,
that's wonderful. See, I bet you could use some volunteers to help you. Put things in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got my sister out there. She'll help me out.
Thank goodness for family. This sounds like a great kind of family affair sort of thing. It's good for the whole family. It sounds like something that the talent search itself would be fun. But then, if people come out and actually get a part in the movie, how exciting is that?
Well, yeah, especially because it's going to be out of Portland. How fun is it not to represent your own city that you live in and be able to be in a movie in it? And I'm trying to get on Netflix with this movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be right next to Portlandia.
Right, there you
go.
There you go.
So you got them. Now we got to be on the same page with them. I feel like we need to be on Netflix.
Well, there is a cable station that would actually play this for you on TV too. After you had your debut and all your movie theaters.
I live in Salem, so we have CCTV and people in there too.
I know,
so we
Alan
can have
Bashong down there at CCTV. Yeah, they're good folks down there.
And we got so many ideas that will keep you busy for a long
time. Good. I think that's great.
We got fun things to film.
Yeah.
So what other, obviously this is going to be a long project. Do you have a timeline for how long this whole...
10 months.
10 months?
Yeah. It'll probably be ready by... I want it to be ready by next summer, but I doubt it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. We might have to do some last minute filming.
Memorial Day.
It's Oregon.
Maybe Memorial Day.
You have to think it's Oregon. We're going to be out of filming times in a couple months here, so we're going to have to start back up in summertime almost.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. One of the things we have to focus on is the fact that, yes, we want it to be released by early next summer, which means that we only have a short time that we can film like outdoor scenes.
Right.
So we have to really
want to get on it really quick.
Yeah, that's why we're going to start holding workshops at the 1st of August.
Oh, so tell me about the workshops.
Okay, that's where we, if you want to be in the film, you want to participate, be a volunteer in the film or anything, we need your name and you have to be on a list.
Okay.
So we take that list and we are actually going to create workshops. I'm in negotiations with the facility for that to happen. Okay. And more details of that coming later. But we have to come together and by that time the script will be ready and we'll start breaking it down and going over the different parts.
So the workshop will basically be like teaching you your parts and
working together,
character development and that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess it's just a label workshops, but it's more like let's come and start working on the film.
But we have professionals.
Because you're going to have people that are new to the industry, it's really going to be a learning experience for them.
Well, that's the whole point of Crowdertainment is to teach people the same thing about film. So we have to tell them how it all works
Right.
in order for them to even know how to be in it.
Yeah.
Right,
You know,
right.
someone could have a talent that they didn't even know they had.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we could be like, all right, well, let's make you use it, and we're gonna make you use it better. We're
Right.
gonna teach you how to do it.
And make something of it and not waste that talent.
Nope.
Absolutely.
That's
Just because you're too shy, maybe you're.
We can help you with that, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Good,
just,
good.
That'd be nice.
How did you get over your shyness?
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
I'm still shy.
I'm his mouth. In the
Yeah, you're his mouthpiece.
I'm the one that walks around and can talk to people.
But, you know, one of the things I do, I juggle hatchets and basketballs and flaming torches, and I spit fireballs.
You know, somebody told me that about you not very long ago, about the breathing fire
makes
thing. I had no
balloon
idea.
animals and does tricks.
Yeah,
You
I
made
do
my
all
daughter
kinds
have a
of-
big old penny come out of her
Wow.
ear.
You know, I was
And-
talking about
yeah.
something about at our company picnic, we should have like a fire breather, and somebody said, Jeff Crowder can do that. I was like, what?
Well,
good.
it's, you know, and you know, not only am I the president of Crowder Entertainment Incorporated, but like a lot of CEOs,
also a client, too.
like a lot of CEOs in this country, I'm also a clown. Yes.
You're a clown.
I'm a clown.
In a
I'm
different
juggles
nature.
professionally, yes.
Wow.
And I belong to the Shriners. I am.
Oh, are
Shriner,
you?
yeah.
But he's not like a
But,
scary clown with the red nose or
no,
anything. No.
No, not scary.
Yeah, that's not the scary clowns.
Not
He's
the
like the
Stephen
bum
King.
clown.
Yeah, okay.
They wear the bum hippie
Yeah,
clothes.
that's great. You have many facets to you, Jeff, that I'm only beginning to
I
learn about.
appreciate it.
He just
Yeah,
can't figure
yes.
out which one he likes the most yet.
Yeah.
I think you know he's like I
Oh,
like doing all of it.
I do a fine pirate too, young lass.
That is an
Well,
impression.
good. These are good things to know. God knows when I might need
Yep.
A good pirate. Yeah.
On
Sing
your
you a
shows, like
song
a
and
voice.
drink an
Yeah,
ale.
yeah, a little voiceover. I need a pirate voiceover. Hey, never know, never know.
Well, just like your thing about I know a fire breather.
I know, how
It
funny
works.
is that? Well, we're just about out of time. Candace, tell me, what else do we need to know? Wrap it up for me about this, about the project here.
Well, I mean, 27th, if you want to be, you got to be there. You know, we're going to need as many people as we can get. We want to talk with people about it. I want to find all the talent that we can. I mean, it's not something that we can get too much word out because Facebook only goes so far. So, you know, something like this, talking with people, hopefully people are listening now can at least, you know, go tell someone else and
Right,
we can get
right.
more.
Pass the word
I mean,
on.
if we can't get anyone on the 27th, I mean, definitely still go on Facebook. Let us know if you're interested in being in the movie. We want to still bring you into the workshops, get you in there. We're going to do private auditions. I mean, this is going to be all summer. So there's many spots to fill.
Okay.
So we just,
Okay.
the more people that knows about it, the more people that are interested, just bring it in.
Maybe because you've never performed in front of
Yeah,
anybody
you
before
never know
doesn't
what you
mean
could do.
that you will
Yeah.
be turned down. You just need to give it a shot.
Yeah, anyone come, please. Bring your kids. I mean, everyone needs, I mean, my daughter's 6 years old. I bring her everywhere.
Yeah.
I want her to know what's going on with all this and to, you know, to show her and be a good parent and be like, look, this is fun. You might want to do this when you get older.
Yeah.
I never thought about it when I was younger, but I mean, look what you could do.
There's options in life.
I want the same for other people too.
Cool, cool. Jeff, any last words of wisdom from the fire-breathing, pirate-speaking juggler?
I've been making movies since I was 8. When the first time my parents brought home a video camera for the very first time, I started making my own film.
Wow.
And you know, I want to help. I want to, you know, inspire the next generation.
That's
you know,
great.
it's all about kids. They're the future. And, you know, hey, we can work together and do this thing.
Nice, and feature Portland at the same time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
have a mom and a dad and the kid in the movie.
Yeah.
All 3 of you.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Be in a movie.
Yeah, my
Oh,
daughter and I were in a
absolutely.
movie. My daughter and I were in a movie together
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
ago, and
Oh,
that was
that's
really
great.
fun.
Like
Yeah.
picnic scenes
Yeah.
and stuff, you know,
Yeah.
and stuff like
We
that.
need
all kinds of
families in
stuff.
it. You guys all got to look the same. Work with us. We need all of you.
Right, great. That sounds good. Well, thanks so much. I'm delighted you're both on here, and I'm happy to be, you know, part of this, and I'm going to see if I can get out there on Saturday.
Please.
If nothing
we'd love
else,
for
I
you to
want some
come.
food.
Yes, right? Well, thank you so
Nice.
much for having
I
us.
yes,
We
that.
appreciate
Thank
it.
very
you.
much.
Thanks so much for watching Community Hotline tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I had fun with some great guests here tonight. So please check out Crowder Entertainment. Go to their Facebook page, filmed in Portland. Come out to their event on Saturday if you have any questions. You can get a hold of them via their Facebook page, but I hope to see you out there. I'm Monica Weitzel. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next week.